Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, I'm Janetta, an author who loves to draw. On my channel, I focus on combining storytelling with art. If that's something you're interested in, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get to it. SSMD So It Begins, Chapter 37, The Proposal. Dear SSMD Advisor, I'm shacking with one man while in the process of divorcing another. My husband and I have been separated for 13 months. I've been living with my boyfriend for 5 months. My problem is that I hate living with him, and it has made me have a new appreciation for my husband. I no longer want a divorce. What should I do? Sincerely, filled with regret. Leah. Leah loved working at the cafe. Her baked goods were a hit, and it was now time for her to give Alana her decision. Do you have time to talk now? Leah peeked in the office and asked. I do. Come on in, Alana waved her in. Leah sat down. I made my decision. I would like to partner with you. Alana squealed, jumped up, and grabbed Leah into a big hug. This is great. You won't regret it. Later, Leah waited for Mario to pick her up for dinner. It took her a couple of days to cool down after he had mishandled her, telling him about his mother demanding she leave him alone. Tonight would be their first time together since the argument. She was excited about her decision to go into business with Alana and was looking forward to telling him. She asked Alana not to say anything to him until she saw him herself. When he arrived, she couldn't wait until they got to dinner to tell him. That is wonderful, Leah. I know you and Alana will work well together. He pulled her to him for a hug and kiss. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for not letting me throw away this opportunity. I'm looking forward to handing in my notice on Monday. My landlord was kind enough to let me break my lease, so I have until the end of the month to pack up and move. Move? Where are you moving to? The apartment above the cafe. I'm going to have to scale back to pay back the loan I've taken out to buy into the business. Leah didn't notice as she began rambling on about all the plans she made that Mario had become quiet and thoughtful. The apartment needs a lot of work, but Justin said he can have it all done before I move in. At the mention of Justin's name, Mario snapped to attention. Justin? Your ex Justin? Or some other Justin? My ex, but before you get upset, he and I talked and he knows I'm not interested in him romantically. This is strictly a business arrangement. Why him? Why not ask me or hire anybody else? No offense, sweetie, but I've never known you to be a handyman, and I did try to hire somebody else. They were too expensive. I don't think you getting Justin was a good idea. You may not be into him, but he is into you. I think you should move in with me. Not on your life. There's no way I can live with you while you have us on this celibacy quest. I'm near to exploding as is. Mara knew that and suspected Justin knew it too. He was just putting himself in position to make a move. Before he could think it through, he said, then marry me. What? Leah was stunned. Leah, will you marry me? Mario asked her, though a voice in his head was yelling out, have you lost your mind, man? Chapter 38, Bait and Switch. Dear filled with regret, we both know that you want me to tell you to go back to your husband. Truthfully, you need to find out if he's willing to take you back. Regardless, if you are happy with your boyfriend, then you need to leave. Hope it works out. That's SSMD Advisor. Eva. Mario asked me to marry him and I said yes. I was still stunned by this sudden announcement. Mario had only recently divorced. This couldn't possibly be a good thing. I finally managed to say, oh, wow, congratulations. So, have you decided when? Yes, we have, she said in a sing-song type of way. Okay, so when is the big day? Probably next week, I thought to myself. Exactly 1 year after he has taken enough time to heal from his divorce, determine with certainty is me he wants to spend the rest of his life with, buy me a ring, and drop to one knee to ask me properly. Until then, we are unofficially engaged, Leah said dryly. I let out a sigh of relief. Girl, I thought you had lost your mind again. Now that sounds like the perfect day. For a split second, I almost dabbled in the dark art of self sabotage again. But I know Mario, and he's just panicked because he was afraid he would lose me. I just told him Justin was going to help me fix up my new place, and his wheels started turning. And before he knew it, he was popping the question. He was just as surprised as I was. I love him so much that I don't want us to mess this up by rushing into something stupid. I couldn't believe my ears. Excuse me? What have you done with my friend Leah? I know, right? I think that last mishap with Philip and Sharon finally knocked some sense into me. I'm tired of living with consequences and repercussions. Well, good for you. Now, this Leah sounded like the one I always knew she could be. My line clicked and I said, I have another call. Do you want to get together for lunch soon? That sounds good. I'll call you tomorrow to schedule. Bye now. Bye, I said, then clicked over. Hello? Hello to you, my favorite sister. I knew I was in trouble whenever Kendra called me her favorite sister. I played along. Since I'm your only sister, I don't know if that's an award-winning title. What are you getting me into, my favorite sister? She laughed and I knew I was really in trouble. What are you doing next weekend? No way, Kendra. Don't even ask. I already knew what she had planned for next week, and I didn't want any part of it. Tina had to drop out at the last minute, and I can't find anyone to take her place on such short notice. Her slot is already paid for, and she already has her pledges. If this wasn't for charity, a children's charity at that, I wouldn't bother you. Simone is flying in for this. You know, you don't want to leave her hanging. Kendra knew exactly how to play her hand. If I were heartless, I could ignore the fact that her charity fitness challenge was to benefit children, and if I didn't love our cousin Simone, I could ignore the fact that she was flying all the way from DC to participate and wouldn't have a partner. Darn you, Kendra, I'll do it. Great. I knew you would come through, being my favorite sister and all. Yeah, just let Simone know she's going to have to take up the slack for her unwilling partner. Simone? Oh, did you think I was partnering you with Simone? Kendra? I said her name as a warning. Kendra what? I never said I was partnering you with Simone. No worries though. I'm sure Xavier is more than capable of taking up the slack. Bye now. She hung up before I could respond. That little heifer, I thought to myself. Hope you enjoyed today's story. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, be and stay blessed.